Hey guys, so we got the drug vet for the cell tower challenge. The idea being that you've taken your drug vet up to the helicopter rendezvous to get the briefcase of cocaine to the helicopter because the feds are after you. Yeah, you look across the valley and you realise, if you can see it there, that the helicopter is pulling into the other cell tower. This being 1983, you don't have a cell phone, you don't have any way to communicate with the helicopter, but you know that they're going to land and wait 5 minutes and then they're going to go because there's too much of a chance of being caught with the feds on your tail. So you're going to have to shake off that coke that you just snorted and get in your car and drive real fast to the other cell tower. So yeah, let's get the party started. Not much traction on the dirt here. Oh, tail that wide. It's hard to drive when you're high on coke. Try and keep it sensible here because we don't want to die even if we are as high as a kite. No traction control. It's pretty tail happy, this car. The wide tyres don't really grip that much on the dirt. It sits hard and flat so you don't get much grip on the turn in. Nice and steady full lock. Bring the tail around a bit. Early shift because it's still in the dirt. We'll cut the corner here. It's pretty low and flat and stiff, this, which isn't always a good thing because it makes it have relatively high limits, but when something happens, it happens pretty fast. So trying to drive semi-sensibly like a high drug dealer would on the roads. We know the feds are around here somewhere, but they're not chasing us just at the moment. So on the brakes here, down and around. Quick look for traffic, we're all clear. Around again. Bring it out. Only 190 horsepower. It's not a rocket ship, but it's not a high-speed circuit. Little bit of a correction there. It's not too bad if you're smooth on the turn-in, but you definitely have to be awake. Cool, you can feel it go over the white lines there and just disturb the balance slightly. So drop it down, nice and smooth because you get caught out there with the two side to side. I think I just caught some bodywork there. It's naturally aspirated, so you don't need a lot of revs because it's quite a big engine. It's better to keep it in second and keep things under control here. Going up, tail comes out so easy. It's real old school American style of driving experience. Don't even need to brake there, just let the speed dwindle away. These sports tyres really aren't great on the dirt. So we're nearly there. Get another bump when we get to the top and deliver the package. Helicopter's still waiting. See it there. The boss won't kill us, hopefully. We can just skip over this. And delivered. 2 minutes 33.9. Not bad at all. Get to the chopper. It's a historically accurate road and dirt track challenge with a semi-skilled driver that happens to be high on coke. So you may have guessed from the colour that it's a drug dealer's car that we're making. One that needs to get from a cell phone tower to another one as quickly as possible. It'll be your drug dealer who's driving it, so it's not the best driver in the world. This example was built roughly to the rules just to give you an idea what kind of pimp styling we'll be looking for. So I'll hop in and we'll start driving. Okay, so first off, no mods. All of the rules will be in the text below, by the way, so you don't need to watch all this video, but I thought I'd do one anyway. No mods. I do have the mods, most of them, but some I don't seem to have, so it's kind of at your own risk really. If it gets imported without some mods and looks weird or shit, that's on you, not on me. Okay, model year 1983. 1983 because that's when the film Scarface was made, which this competition's inspired by. So I don't know if it's Tony Montana himself who's driving your car. It's probably more likely to be one of his minions in the later stages of the movie. Just looking down it. Okay, so got my notes here. Engine max. Production units 50. Engineering time 35. Vehicle max. Production units 85. Engineering time 30. It doesn't matter if you go below, but don't go above. Max costs 15,000, zero margin market cost. Engine size for turbo 2,500 cc. 3,000 cc for SUV off-road pickup or van. That's just to even things up a little bit. Basically, some people said like why different engine sizes when I've been sort of consulting on the rules, but basically I like being a massive shitlord, so that's what I think will even things up to make it hard to choose which one is the best. So I've tried to make all choices as equal as possible, just to be a real pain in the butt, so there's not obviously one best way of doing it. Okay, engine size for naturally aspirated 5,500 cc or 6,500 cc for SUV off-road pickup and van. Again, just to offset the weight a little bit, make things a bit easier. Minimum curb weight 1,100 kilos. Just because it's an American challenge, don't want kind of car that your common garden drug dealer could go with Sharon Stone to the dealership and order 2 in cash. So track day specials, if it meets the rules, that's okay I guess, but rather it was reasonably realistic. Saloons, hatches, wagons, sedans, coupes, front wheel drive or rear wheel drive only. That's because there just weren't that many 4-wheel drive cars around at the time, to be honest, so let's keep it a little bit accurate and say that it's not the kind of car your drug dealing guy would want to buy really, so if there was one available, but there were for SUVs and the trucks and whatnot, so they're more freely available. So if you have a truck, van or off-roader, you can have 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive or wheel drive, basically anything you like. No race or limited production parts, because we're assuming that person walks into a dealership, buys this car. I mean, I know a lot of you guys like to tune up stuff, but when you're busy like banging hookers and making jokes in nightclubs and snorting coke, you probably don't have time for that, so we'll take that as a given. Okay, hard, long life or chunky off-road tyres only. Again, this is just because tyre model's not amazing in automation and tyres kind of sucked back then. So want to be able to like test the chassis fully, challenge you to design a good chassis that's drivable. So we'll say that it's hard, long life, just to make things a little more difficult, and let me when I drive them to see what the dynamics of the chassis is like more easily. Width limit of the tyres 305mm. If you work in inches, just go on Google and figure it out. That's mainly because there weren't that many cars with tyres wider than that back in the 80s. Same goes for the upcoming rule, which is the rims. So max wheel size 16 for coupe, or sedan, or anything that's not SUV, off-roader, truck. So basically Anything that says can be four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive has 18-inch wheels max. Anything which doesn't has 16 max. Might seem slightly uncharitable, because we all like our bigger wheels, but Lamborghinis had 15-inch wheels back then, so I actually think that's a little bit generous. Min wheel profile, 50 aspect sidewall. Again, cars just didn't come with really skinny tyres back then, and that is one way to get a big hit of drivability and sportiness. So it'd be too easy. We don't want it to be too easy. Any body allowed up to 1983, obviously, so that's what you should set your model year to. Any chassis configuration, 95 or on or worse. If you want to be a masochist and challenge yourself, if you win a few competitions, like put it in on 91. Just prove what a badass you are if you win anyway. 2 or more full seats minimum. So none of those silly little ones, no thank you. Don't want that. So two or more minimum. Can be 4, can be 5, whatever you like. I mean, maybe. Oh dear, that didn't go exactly how I was expecting. Maybe you want to take more than one. Maybe you want to take more than one hooker home from the disco. Stand on your balcony while you're high on coke. Don't know. So if you want to put more seats in, we'll help you in the points round, because you'll get more points for utility and whatnot. But it's optional, not strictly necessary. Okay, so minimums. This is just so you can't build like a stupid race car, basically. So for the minimums, drivability 30, sportiness 20, comfort 10, reliability 60, utility 10, safety 30, MPG 20 for turbo, 15 for NA. That's because I think turbos are kind of a no-brainer in the game. They're a little bit overpowered maybe compared to NA, the way it's set up, so just going to be a dick and put different limits on to try and make it as hard as possible to decide which is better. So when you submit your cars, there'll be a points round, so we'll just tot up the points based on adding reliability, safety, sportiness, drivability, comfort, utility times 2. Because, you know, if you're running bags of coke and machine guns around the place, or want to put a dead body in the boot, that's important. MPG, you know, look after the pennies, pounds take care of themselves. Top speed, best market score in any market, so just encourage you to optimise in one market. If you want, we'll give you some more points, and we'll take away the emissions divided by 10, so again, just calls you some shit about if you should have a cat or not. Beam lap time in seconds, and the quarter mile time times 2. We'll take that away too. Encourage you to make it good on paper, because you know, coke dealers like to read car magazines too, and obviously they're gonna go for the one that looks good on paper as well. And so that'll give you your points, and the top 10 from those points will go to the judges round, which is where we drive them on the circuit and give them a race, see what they're like. If I like a car, think that it maybe missed out, but it's maybe drives well or has merit, I reserve the right to push it through to the driving round. I mean, it's my time and I'm not getting paid, so I'll do what I want. And yeah, we'll pop a few extra, but the top 10 will be an automatic pass basically to the judging round if you top 10 with those points. If you don't like the judges, don't leave it to the judges. Get into the top 10 with the points. Judging round, when we drive it, Challenge time run. 10 points for first, 1 for last. How good it was to drive out of 10. Basically, if I like it, get 10 points. If I don't, I get less than 10. I haven't decided if that'll be 10 to 1 or if as in first place gets 10 and last place gets 1 or whatever. If I think I might just score it myself, because there could be a few that's good. If it's shit, I might want to give a loader than 1 point if you're all dicks and send me rubbish cars. So we'll see about that. And authentic drugs runner looks. So just ask yourself, if you're a drug dealer, what kind of car would you want to buy? What would appeal? Take Tony Montana as a reference. Scarface. I'd probably recommend you watch Scarface before you do this challenge. Just get you in the mood. In fact, maybe I'll make that mandatory for the next challenge to watch a movie first. But yeah, so wants to be the real deal. Something that's pretty pimp. Looks good. Like we said, like the drugs vet purple, drug dealer colours, it's all gravy. So going on to the winners, there'll be a points winner. The person who gets the most points in the judging round. So even if you bomb out and it's shit otherwise, at least you can give yourself a special snowflake badge and a pound on the back for winning that. Time trial winner, the one who's the fastest car. And might fucking suck and be horrible to drive, but just really fast. So no guarantee, winning the time trial is gonna take you all the way, but it'll help. And a looks winner. So one that looks most pimp McDaddy. We'll have some of that, and that's all good too. So yeah, and the overall challenge winner, which is the one I like the best, including all of the things we just talked about. If you win all 3 categories, you will definitely get the overall win. If you win 2, you probably will. But seen in these challenges, people start arguing and complaining sometimes if they don't win and they think they should. But my advice would be, if you don't like me judging it, don't be a little bitch about it. Just make sure that you win all 3 categories, and then I won't be able to decide because it'll be auto win. So that'd be my advice on that count. Yeah, and that's the challenge. So good luck, guys and girls. If there's never met one, if there's any girls who want to enter, yeah, send me a picture and your car anytime, and extra points will be awarded automatically. Just kidding, they won't. But yeah, so that's the challenge. Enjoy. If you got any questions about it, PM me. Ask people for help. There's some people out there, Trent, who are really good. Keep fucking beating me in challenges, and you could ask them. You're allowed to help each other on your challenges, but that's help, not copy. So if I see any specific similarities, I reserve the right. If I think it's actually like a lazy copy, I reserve the right to get rid of it and not put it in the competition. So do your own work. If you want to look at each other's cars beforehand, whatever, that's fine. Make sure it is yours. Take inspiration from others, and good luck. And we'll see who comes out on top in the end. So yeah, this is it. So signing out, and yeah, I'll give you one last look at the drugs vet, but don't bloody copy the drugs vet either. Be your own special person, do your own special thing, be unique just like everybody else. And with that, good luck for the competition, guys. I'll post the closing date when I've decided what it is, and yeah, See you soon.